stop killing time and jump into game number 1. It will be TaToH against F1Re Champions League game number 1. And we have an Aztecs war on a, yeah, kind of similar map like, oops. What happened here? One house deleted and, ooh, that's a weird start by TaToH. But let's see, we have TaToH in the red trunks against F1Re going into the blue trunks. Lots of gold, nice deer. I don't see any boars here. Let me decrease the scroll speed a bit. And yeah, lots of gold, so they don't have to care about that. We have some relics on the map, if I see them correctly. It seems like 4, but that won't be too important with those big gold spots. Some small berries. I don't see any boars yet. Let me check. Oh, one boar for TaToH, and there's the boar for Mr. F1Re. Water seems to be super important. This lake, not so much, not controlling too much of the area. A bit of the gold later on, but Aztecs have pretty bad ships in the long run. So I think this will be the main point. And look at this fish. So whoever controls this has a pretty good chance here of pushing up Seeker and later on getting the control of the game. Again, we have mega random with kind of an unfair map distribution here. If I count gold spots, it looks like 5 for TaToH and only 3 on the minimap for F1Re. Let's see, 1. Not that easily accessible, I agree, but still in the long run it could change it. But there's so much gold, I think, that we don't need to think about restarting this because it will only very rarely decide the game. Let's count stone spot. It looks like 4 for TaToH and 2 for F1Re, but still Aztecs, weakest castles in the game, not much space to actually stonewall, so that won't affect the outcome of the game either. I think most likely it will be who is controlling the water and not dying on land, and after the water control is secured, then see how you push on land. F1Re has a nice back gold spot, so does TaToH, so the defense, yeah, doesn't have to be totally at the front. You can fall back a bit further. Let's see how both players are playing it out. I'm pretty curious. Barracks now coming up from TaToH. Remember, this is Castle Age start, so you have all techs prepared. Let's see if F1Re is sending a villager to the front if he wants to wall, or if he's trying to build something more aggressive, like a house. The aggressive house coming up here for F1Re. With 5 villagers on wood. Only stragglers so far for TaToH, so he is going for the more aggressive approach, and that means that if both players want to go for water, F1Re has the advantage here. Being heavier on wood. Small pause here, but seems to be a very small pause. And we can see, I can hear a boar coming, yeah, from this villager. Let's see how those players actually scouted the map. TaToH knows nowhere to be found here in the north. F1Re, and now building some more eagles, already at 3. Obviously having +1/+1 attack already, starting in Castle. Let's take a look. He knows that there might be some passing over here, and F1Re even smaller exploration is, yeah, taking care about where to build the next town center. And we'll be close to the gold and the deers. Cutting this straggler and now building a beautiful town center there, protecting lots of resources. And now F1Re sees, oh god, this guy has eagle warriors. What can I do? Probably wall my villagers pretty quickly because they're super exposed. Let's try to see how TaToH is seeing this. One eagle is getting close, but yeah, the wall's coming in time. Some damage against the eagle of F1Re, but can easily go back into the TC and heal up. No worries there. Maybe some raid against the wood line in the front, but F1Re is on point and already walled that as well. No chance of over chopping either, so I would have to give the advantage to F1Re here first, because TaToH did go for the aggressive approach, but could not do any damage. Now going for the dog, so maybe he can catch up on the villager guard that way, or like eco regard, let's call it that way. And now building the dock could have been a bit better, but could obviously be optimized if he builds a dock over here. Eagle Warriors now trying to zone out the area, trying to scout for relics, trying to scout for new TC places, trying to see what strategy Fire will go for. So basically at the moment it is TaToH knows everything about Fire, knows all the spots, knows there's no barracks, there's no monastery, there's a protected gold spot, yada yada, no docks and such. And at the moment, going into the point of view of Fire, he knows, oh! He's trying to find out. I just want to show you that Fire is pretty much in the dark, but he sneaked his eagle out. That's a nice move here by him. And now should see, okay, this guy is going for a dock. This guy has a villager out. Here is the barracks. So he didn't actually start with 3 Eagle Warriors, obviously. So that's not really an intel. Now another Eagle Warrior trying to come back to clear this up. Nice quick wall here. Sweet move, getting some hits on and only 3 HP. So one more hit of this Eagle Warrior from TaToH will clear out all the vision of Fire and will blind him. On the other side we have, let's see if the walls can finish. Yes indeed. Nice move for your Fire. Knows, okay, water seems to be important. Let's build some fire ships. And TaToH actually patrolling this area, but Fire sneaked through and walled his villagers instantly. Nice move to get back to the water, but I wouldn't be surprised to see now TaToH adding some fire ships to control this area. And I think you should go for full fire ships here out of one dock. And just control this area. Now building a monastery, going for the more like neutral relic in the middle. Would have been more to the side of Fire, I would say, but yeah, it's all good. And let's take a look at villager counts. It's 8 ahead for our player from Brazil, Mr. Tyrant Fire, having the 2 TCs, but down by 2 fishing ships. But still, the eco has to be better for Fire. And I think it will stay this way because TaToH will control the water. Let's see if he adds another fishing ship or another fire. I think I would go for 3 fire ships here. Maybe, yeah, that's probably the best option. And now getting 1 relic, so that boosts his eco as well, which isn't in real villager numbers. Now 10 ahead, so that's yeah, reasonable advantage here. Now 2 extra TCs for TaToH. He knows he needs to catch up, and yeah, that's the comeback on water here for Fire. Going for full fires, now even going for Warsaw. 3rd fire ship coming up, and 4th fire ship for Fire. So, fire ship for Fire. And yeah, oh, nice. That's an option to come back. Now even not fighting against the fire ship because he knows he's converting this one. And suddenly it's 3 against 3. Oh, but this one isn't attacking. Look at this. Trying to micro back and actually microing into his own death. Now it's 2 against 2. Fire microing back. And TaToH is keeping his production. Let's take a look if TaToH is building more monks. Not at the moment, but he has another one at the front. That's why he didn't need to build another one. And 3 against 3. TaToH is doing this pretty well with helping, with the monks helping out on water as well. Shouldn't take any open fights out of the range of the monks. Having 9 range obviously helps out so much. Now start converting 3 against 3. Maybe some micro back here on the land. We have a pretty stalemate position, although Fire went for 2 wrecks here as well. So Fire trying to control water and land at the same time. And the mission of TaToH is to catch up in villages because he's still behind by 13 here. Losing 1 fishing ship. Demo ships, let me just quickly think. They don't have demo ships. That's the reason why we don't see them. Chat was asking for demolitions. Not an option for edge stacks. That's why we only see fires. Now patrolling in. Monks coming in for more converts. First down for Fire. Low HP here for TaToH. It's 4 against 2 at the moment. Not the greatest micro by TaToH. I'm very surprised how this goes. Maybe even redemption an option here to convert the dog, but he actually has enough gold to research it on, nearly enough. But yeah, just bought food, wants to, yeah, close the distance here in villager count, and I think that's the more important thing. Although controlling all the water wouldn't hurt either. So, yeah, it's one of the two approaches. Let's take a look if TaToH has any idea about the 3 barracks, and no, he does not. Villager difference now increased to 18 already. Let me take a look. TaToH not doing the best job of actually queuing up villagers. Now he did again. Let's take a look how it goes. And I totally missed the stone count here. We will see a castle coming up here now any second. Let's see if Fire knows anything about this. Still microing on water. He has a nice big amount of Eagle Warriors. Now we'll go and try to seek a fight. TaToH will now try to go up with his Eagle Warriors, I believe, and try to lure away all the Eagle Warriors. But no, he didn't take care enough, and yeah, just went back with all his villagers. Let's see if he can finish this walls. Another gate is needed here. Okay, great speed walling here by TaToH, and is safe for now. Fire actually wanted to wall behind that, but not allowed here by TaToH. He did the speed wall. Fire now docking over on the other side and walling some behind this area. Interesting walls. Probably knows, oh, I can't really finish those walls against the castle and the monk, so, but I don't want to fight against Jaguars, so that's wall behind there. But yeah, absolutely an option to go for petards. Now even cancelling the, oh, should mute my mobile phone. And now petards is absolutely an option, but I think TaToH, knowing that he is behind in villagers, will just try to catch up in that regard. At the moment, close to 20 behind. Should build, if you ask me, even like 2 more docks. We'll build one over here most likely, just to control this area more than to actually fish boom. But yeah, that could be an option to increase his ego. Some builds running to the front. Let's switch into his point of view. Yeah, another dog coming up here. 3 villagers, a bit of an overkill. And I think he shouldn't stay on stone. Or is he going for Jaguar push and castle age? No, he's not. So maybe take off your villagers from stone. Go a bit more on wood and food. More dogs coming up. Like I wanted to see. Still very heavy on gold. And there's the second castle. But as we mentioned before, nice defensive golds here for Fire. So even if he loses this main gold spot and this main stone spot, it's far away from the end of the world for Fire, who still has a big point lead. Look at this, 2.9 to 2.5, and that's probably was even 20% difference of scouting here. Let's take a look at overall exploration. And that, I would say, looks roughly like 60% compared to maybe 35-ish, 40-ish percent. So TaToH even has 200 points more in that regard. Now Fire clicking up to Imperial Age, and TaToH should know that. He should have seen the points drop here. At least we talked about it the whole time. Not sure if he took good care or a close look at it at all times. But I think a player on his level should see the point drop there and should react accordingly. Not really sure what accordingly is. I think just hold water for some fire ships, control all the areas and fall back. Because he will not hold this castle. His Imperial Age time will be so much later. Although now he's trying to buy some resources up to 800 food, 700 gold, trying to use the market to full potential, selling wood, buying food, and should be clicking up any second now as well. The difference is roughly 1.5 minutes, but that means that this first castle is not going to be saved. And then we see what the players will actually try to go for as composition. There's many villages as I can see on stone. It's most likely that Fire will go for second castle, so his choice will be Jaguars. And we are getting on more stone villages here as well for TaToH, so it will be Jaguar against Jaguar approach. Ooh, I'm not sure if that double kill was necessary here. And yeah, not enough fish if you ask me. Only 5 fishing ships with all this potential. Could be more for sure. 94 against 81 villages, so TaToH did catch up in that regard. And let's take a look. Fire has 1 TC, 2 TCs, 3 TCs, 4 TCs, and still producing, so he will get the maxed out a bit earlier. Should be going, let's go into his point of view. The trap is coming in. And building some more docks. And the defense upgrade. So maybe an Eagle Warrior landing might be an option. And let's switch into...
Thank you, you wonderful man.
Thanks, Dave, for subscribing and contributing so much for the AOC community. Let's take a look at what our player from Spain here, TaToH, is going for. He is still waiting for the Imperial upgrade, trying to go for more Jaguars and just trying to buy himself a bit more time. But first trap now will rain down on this castle. More fire ships, more fishing ship finally coming up, but I think not the best timing. Sanctity now coming up for the monks. That means, oh, he is going for 3 monasteries. Going for the monk approach with Aztecs against Aztecs. Interesting scenario. So now I want to see obviously block printing coming up as well. This trap will go down. Next trap coming up, and let's see handcart. Came down, Squires and Redemption. So TaToH is going for the full defense. I want to see a University and some stone walls. Let's see, some Jaguars. Now he knows, okay, this guy is going for fire ships. He had some Eagles before. There is the potential threat of a landing. Elite Jaguar Warriors now for fire. And I think TaToH is not going for the right units here. He will lose that castle as well, unless he heavily lacks out with all the trap fightings now. TaToH is sending villagers to repair. Not 100% sure if that's the best option. And I feel like Fire is in a prime position to take this game. He's ahead in upgrades. He's ahead in trap count. He's ahead in... Did I say economy? He is ahead in economy. I think he's going for the better units. TaToH at the moment has a bit more map control and is going for the more defensive units. So he kind of can hold and the more cost efficient units. Onagers and traps. Now opening the gate. Oh god! Oh god! Now we lose his traps and his monks. That should not have happened. Oh god, that will put set down TaToH so much. And losing another villager here is not the end of the world. Trying to get more walls done, but more traps coming up. And Fire's boom was just so much better. And all the monks are down now. One Onager will not defend against the endless amounts of Jaguars and Eagle Warriors as well. Let's see, this gate has to be repaired like a madman. Let's see. Now the Onager is exposed as well. So the push will continue. Some water control for fire not being used so far. Points are pretty brutal. Let's see how TaToH is trying to play this out even further. Going for more onagers. Still no University. Now the University finally coming up. And I think the first thing he will click will be the fortified wall upgrades. Not coming up so far. And trying to wall a second layer. Not sure why fire is actually going back. And here you can see fortified wall upgrade. Like I requested 3 minutes ago. Onagers now, he's going for the full defense. He knows he has endless amount of gold, endless amount of stones, so he can play it out in the long run. Relics, let me think about that. 3 for him, so that's good. I think it was only... Oh, and now he can wall even further up front. Surprised that fire allows him to do that. Fire, that's the one of the rare scenarios where actually cannon, or what did I want to say? War galleys. War galleys could have been an option here. Just to snipe the monks, annoy the onagers a bit. Did he just cancel that castle with like 80%? When he actually has 4 traps? Against 1 trap? That was surprising to me. Siege engineers now coming up for TaToH, trying to increase the range on his onagers, trying to zone out this area even better. Let's see, obviously the trap now going down, 4v1, not the fairest of fights. And yeah, trying to retreat, some water action going on. No one going for fast fire ships so far. More upgrade carrying now for TaToH, going for the walk ready. that's the upgrade you need to research fast fire ships. So TaToH will go more on water, and fire will add something on the monk side as well. Now going for Sanctity, Faith, and block printing. So trying to reconvert. Maybe Atonement is an upgrade we want to see from both players now as well. Welcome everyone to the show. This is the first game of TaToH against Fire. And a pretty interesting one if you ask me. House, Mill could have been an option here. And still no real fighting units for TaToH. Let's see if he's going for something other than traps. At the moment he's producing, yeah, basically only traps. Maybe some onagers as well. And trying to defend. No landing attempt so far by our player from Brazil. Yeah, it's just trying to win the trap war, trying to control the water. Now going for brace the siege and use elimination and careening. So, ooh, and those onagers, look at this beautiful move by TaToH. Trying to run around, sniping all those. Oh god, what a great ground attack. And now sniping all the traps here. 4 traps down and a handful of onagers in exchange of 4 onagers. Oh, actually 3 onagers and 1 convert. So that was a nice quick reaction. Maybe see a reconvert of TaToH here. Yeah, and a reconvert, and suddenly it's a mangonel. What? What? I've never seen that before. You convert an onager, then it got reconverted, and it suddenly gets back to mangonel because he didn't, blue didn't research onager before. Okay, well, I'm not sure if I can sleep well tonight. But yeah, what a great move here by TaToH. Landing this around, killing so many units. Losing 1 trap in exchange. Maybe would have needed to delete the onagers after the traps died. But great ground attack. Quick reaction here as well. And yeah, that's a beautiful move to just buy him so much more time. And now he is up to pop 180. Well, maybe a bit of an overboom. 156 volts. So now going for more water approach, adding more docks. Onagers coming up, no resources for any siege onagers in sight. TaToH buying himself more and more time. Remember, it is Conquest win, not standard like we played a lot in the actual Mega Random tournament. Fire continues to push. Trying to build a dock on this side. I'm a bit disappointed that Fire isn't controlling this area a bit better. Let's see if TaToH, yeah, he saw all the gold spots, so he's absolutely aware of his possibilities to go for more and more units all game long. Now going actually for the defense upgrade for his infantry, so we might see him add some more Jaguars, but look at this, Jaguar warriors now only 600 HP away from, oh no, not really, 1 layer and 600 HP away from getting to the next layer. Wanted to hype the attack, but TaToH just so, yeah, efficient in rewalling and trying to buy himself some more time. Jaguar's pretty poorly upgraded so far. +1, +2, now going for +2, +2. Far away from block. How's it called? Special attack. I will get it later. And that's brain fart. Okay, no worries. And now the water control here for Fire. TaToH trying to keep it up, and it's going for war galleys. Not really sure if that's the best option, because you need to have big numbers to fight against fast fire ships, and even then, if you get like cornered here, it always gets ugly. Oh, and now pressing through this area, Fire. Now having the war galleys, TaToH preparing onagers to defend. Instant convert here by Fire, not successful so far, but I think he will. Whoops! Clicked him back. That's a bit of surprise, probably distracted by something else. The water fight isn't going in his favor. Now final siege onagers for TaToH. I think we're in for a long game here. Both players have huge amounts of gold. Both players. But let me correct that. If this landing is successful, 4 traps, 10 monks, 10 jaguar warriors on this very undefended area. The castle will go down. The water control will be lost because the docks are super exposed as well. And then it will be, yeah, just a miracle hold for TaToH here. To defend this area with only monks and onagers. Maybe if he even gets some more. Oh, what is the actual? Oh, those 4 traps! Those 4 traps, they will go down. Oh God, wanted to sneak them around, and that was costly. I was thinking about, okay, why isn't he just landing through the middle? And oh God, he just was trying to run around, but didn't have enough line of sight there, and that was costly, and just puts him back even further. Oh, not even further. I think he is still looking in a good position overall. TaToH even walling behind this area where a trap could have sniped those walls. Such a great awareness, and TaToH doing everything right to increase the length of this game and therefore increase his chances of winning this game. Let's see, Siege Workshop now coming up. I think Fire is still without Captain Ram upgrade, still without Onager upgrade, so his siege tech isn't very developed just yet. That bothers me too much, sorry guys. And Garland Wars! Garland Wars! Indeed, yeah, both players still without Garland Wars. Now SO playing against some War Galleys. And TaToH is winning the water fight. Actually killed like 20 villagers of his, even more. And you can see the number decreasing. Let's see, where is he actually killing them? Over there, after they were idle. Taking villagers off of farms because he knows food isn't really the concern at the moment. Let's take a look at what Fire is doing. The water fight looks pretty stalemate here. Maybe TaToH winning. Let's take a look. It's 30 warships for him against 17 only for our player from Brazil here, who now should maybe even add some more fast fire ships. Waiting for another push over here. Siege Onagers now being researched by Fire. Wants to push the middle, but most likely will lose the water. Let's take a look. Is he still producing? Yeah, he continues producing on water. I think that would have been an option to now cancel all your ship and go for full land, because at the moment TaToH is basically minus 35 pop when it comes to land defense. He is still looking like a strong siege defense here, like having enough onagers, having a nice amount of traps, still the stone walls, but that's so much idle population here, and I think continuing going for water is a mistake here by Fire. And look at this queue up of all the stocks. 11 ships being queued up. Finally, Garland Wars coming in for TaToH and Elite Jaguar Warriors. So he realizes, okay, I got water. Let's concentrate a little on the actual land defense. An outpost now for Fire coming up, but not living for too long. Trying to get another outpost up, and TaToH trying to defend, realizing, okay, this will be interesting. Oh, heated shot, an upgrade we only very rarely see, giving you more attack from castles and towers against ships. TaToH now zoning out this whole area. Another castle coming up for Fire. Lots of docks here by TaToH, and yeah, water is his. But now it's Fire's time to push on land. Siege Onagers researched. Siege Onagers out of the Siege Workshop. Monks coming up. Jaguar Warriors prepared. Let's take a look at gold. Still only 1 relic, but there's still enough gold to get. I would say it's roughly 5 to 6k. Oh, 1 for none. Oh, but the monks will be so annoying now, and I think now it's really the clicking speed, and we can see some interesting converts, and it's not helping out that he has to go closer to the monks, but ooh, this Onager could do some damage. He decides to go for the free HP damage against the traps. I think not the greatest choice, but the monks would not have died either, now having 80 HP here. So yeah, just guaranteeing him that another shot of maybe this Onager, ooh, deleted it, and so deleted this one as well. No, he didn't delete, he already researched Tertiary. An upgrade that guarantees your unit to die instead of converting to the other side. So you can just continue to go for, look at this, a monk living after a shot of a siege onager. And now the micro of TaToH, let's see, got one shot off, got a second shot off, and 3 traps down, one very injured. Nice move here for TaToH again, still controlling the water and pressing in more. Kill statistics reasonably even, Fire winning a bit more. And it seems like we are going into the phase where in the end it is important to have those 2 extra gold spots, because I think TaToH, no, he still would have had his one, but did TaToH realize that he had more gold spots and decided, okay, I can just go for the very long game here? I'm not sure, but Fire won't be happy, and he has ooh, the amount of wood isn't endless for him as well. I think Fire is doing a mistake of staying on water here. What can TaToH actually do on water? Can he go with cannon galleons? No. Can he land with traps? Very costly. Can he land with eagle warriors? Easily defended. Can he defend on land? He's looking strong, but you can't really send any war galleys over here. Against 10 monks and 5 SO, they won't do much. Maybe it's like 1 or 2 siege onagers, but then they will go down as well. Especially if they're clumped up. But okay, Fire now losing his option to actually continue to go on water. God, this cast is doing a lot of damage to those ships. Oh, now sending all his fires back to work. And TaToH is not reacting at the moment. Now trying to regroup and try to go back a bit. Tertiary now for Fire as well. Gold chef money. Idle villagers on wood, and let's take a look at Fire. Does he know? Yeah, he saw the land of TaToH, so Fire should know. Oh god, this guy has double the land mass of me, so probably even has more wood. Look at this, still untouched wood spots even on the land part of TaToH here. I think Fire needs to make something happen. Oh, landing here of TaToH coming in, not sure what's inside. I think rams could be a good option. I saw him researching siege rams before. The focus on the TaToH! Look at this! The Fire beautifully focused this transporter here. And TaToH blocked himself off, and I would say it could have been a handful of rams and the transporter loss, obviously. And it's obviously always a very big emotional loss as well when you're trying to do a sneaky landing and suddenly losing all this momentum you would have had with this landing as well. Trying to retake water here now for TaToH. Actually helping out for Fire. Fire now trying to clear this up. Still no garland wars for him. This water fight going so poorly here for Fire. Kill statistics now. Whoops. Still very good for Fire. So I will not finish what I wanted to say. Let's take a look at market prices. 24 for wood, 14 for for food and 104 for stone. That's a bit surprising to me that they did not sell more stone so far. Let me take a look. Fire at TaToH looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 castles. On the other side we have Fire, the League 5 castles. And now trying to redock at the front here. Murder holds for TaToH. Not 100% sure if that's a necessary upgrade here. You could have saved those resources. Now let's see. Fire trying to go for those 2 siege workshops, trying to control this water area. Now Fire going for a heated shot as well. Oh! So I did... Yeah, the mass damage of this castle was coming from all the villagers inside, not from heated shot. My bad there. Faith now in favor. Or favor? Not really sure. For TaToH. An upgrade that didn't do much for a very, very long time. In AOC. I think the user patch only changed it in like 2012 or something, but 11 years this upgrade didn't do anything. And people still invested. I think it's 120 gold or something like this. Siege workshop still at the front, and what is Fire doing? Not really sure. Trying to reposition his ships is the goal here of TaToH. Another landing. This time I want to see what's actually inside this transporter. And yes, it is rams. Let's take a look. Where does he want to land? Taking this castle out would be a good option. Let's see. Those rams would not do much against those. Siege on it, just waiting for him. The siege on is now coming to the front, trying to take the fights together with his own fire ships. Now refocusing on those rams. Missing for now. And I'm not really sure how this game will end. TaToH guy who is the master of controlling those games. Very long games, very strategic games, trying to find exploitable spots of his enemy, trying to go for the long run, trying to save resources, play the defensive, bank up everything. Let's take a look, compare the 3k more gold for TaToH, and it's not like he's not building any gold units. He's going for full monks, siege onagers, rams as well, going for the sneaky ram attack. Some jaguars will go down, some builds will go down, but all the rams and some ship of TaToH as well. Let's see, trap war continues. Now finally capped rams for Fire. Who will get a trap for himself? Let's see. F1Re being researched by Fire before, so we won't see any real converts anymore, just some long distance killing of monks. Ooh, not sure if that was a right goal here. Oh, and that's a lot of damage. Some monks going down, siege onager, jaguars as well, more monks. And it's so incredible that monks actually survive a shot from a siege onager. Better upgraded units by TaToH. Now trying to over the kill, but killed all his jaguars in the front here by his own splash damage. Oh goddy. Those had a mission to kill those traps, but being denied by his own SO. TaToH still controlling the water. Now more converts coming up, and oh, those shots will completely miss. 1 SO down, 2 SO down. When the jaguar finishes it. TaToH pop 190. Fire at only 160, not having any control on this water tile, and ooh, now this landing will do some more damage. Let's take a look if Fire is reacting at all. For now he's sending some Jaguar warriors, trying to wall a bit more in front, and if this castle goes down, and remember Aztec's castle is the weakest in the game, the castle will go down pretty quickly. Then we have a nice spot to build maybe a castle or some barracks for TaToH here and start to harass. At the same time, we now have Fire pushing. No Eagle Warriors, Elite Eagle Warriors being researched from both sides, trying to go for some converts. Fire now going for pikemen. This castle went down, all the Jaguars being killed as well. The War Galleys, peaceful mission for now. And those Rams will go for more. Let's take a look. Cutting the trees here. Some traps going down, and that's a lot of traps. And suddenly the defense of TaToH looks pretty slim. Monks not converting. All the traps going down. TaToH still pop 190, so basically maxed out. And now the push is coming in from Fire. And if he is not finishing this push, the game will be over. Let's take a look. It's 1.3k wood for Fire, and he's completely out of wood, so he needs to push this area. Should maybe even send some villagers to control this. Pop 150, and he's pushing nicely here, but TaToH still controlling this area. Now sending in more of his war galleys from the side. Fire needs to end this game within the next 2 or 3 minutes, or he will lose it, because he is out of gold, he is out of wood, doesn't have much food income as well. Only at pop 130, and it seems like TaToH can hold this. He got so many kills off. Now more archery ranges even coming up. Not really sure what this is about. More pikemen, but still Garland was missing, so they aren't that great when it comes to killing siege onagers. Let's see. Oh, and this is a good shot. One trap going very low, and the onagers not surviving his days as well. And now it's basically 2 traps, pop 120, 50 idle villagers out of 90 here for Fire. I think TaToH with this hold won the game. This is mega random, Fire says. 11. It was so unfair, and Fire agrees. TaToH agrees, and Fire taps out. Whew. Mixed feelings about this game. Nice strategic game here from TaToH. Walling, controlling, defending, zoning out, landing, building up Zico, going for the early aggression. But it's not like Fire played poorly. But Fire had 2 less gold spots. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this gold spot. It's close to full. And the wood. But on the other side, Fire saw his map for the last hour. And he didn't properly adjust. He didn't go for the pushes when the timing was right. When Fire had, when TaToH had like 50 war galleys at this time, he was so vulnerable to pushes. And Fire didn't go for that timings. But Riot is ready now, and I will invite him. Oops. And yeah, ask him about his thoughts on this game. Fire lost.